Hi everyone! So it's been a while since my last overview video that I made for my 2 p.m. collection. So this is part 4. And today I'll be going over all of the 2 p.m. solo albums that I have. So there have been a lot of solo projects for the members. So I'm going to go through all of my albums for each member. And I'll have timestamps down in the description for each member. And I'll be sharing the albums chronologically. So there's a lot to get through, so let's start with Junho. So his debut solo release was Alive, which there is a promotional digital single out there. I've seen a few floating around. I just haven't gotten my hands on it yet. But the first official solo album release that he has is his Love and Hate Japanese mini album. So this is the Sony Music box set. You'll be seeing a lot of these in this video. And so basically this is just a pre-order benefit that Sony Music Japan has when you buy the full set of the Japanese albums. This is the normal edition. And you'll notice that the track length is different on all these Japanese editions. Typically with the normal editions you get 5 songs and the instrumental to the title track, which in this case is Love and Hate. This is what the CD looks like, this edition, the OP strip, and then quickly looking through the photo and lyrics book. Next we have version B. So this is the extended CD edition. So when they were actually doing these extended CD editions, you would get 8 tracks instead of 5. So you'd have 5 bass songs, no instrumental of the title track, and then 3 bonus songs. And here is a different CD plate. And also what's nice about the extended CD editions is that the photo book is a bit thicker. You do get different pictures than the other editions. Then finally we have the limited version A, which is the CD and DVD edition. So here you just get the 5 bass songs that were on the regular edition, as well as the 5 bass songs from the limited version B. And then on the bonus discs you get different music videos and some behind the scenes of making those music videos. So this is the CD. And then on the side, sometimes they do fall out, but this is the DVDs. And then for the photo book, this will be shorter than the limited version B edition, and similar but not the same as the regular edition. And then something else that was special for Junho's Japanese releases is that they would also release a limited Bear Brook edition. So they would give you the limited version A CD, so the one I just shared, and inside this package there's a Bear Brook toy that was designed to go with this album. And here's what the package looks like. Since I already showed you what this edition of the CD looks like, I'm just gonna leave it as is. And then lastly, for Love and Hate, there was also a Korean edition. So this has the same cover art as the normal Japanese edition. Mine signed because there was an M-Wave special where TPM used to offer signed copies of their albums on M-Wave. And so for this particular Korean edition, they actually put the Japanese songs here. So tracks 1 through 5 are the same songs as if you just bought the regular Japanese edition. And they also included the instrumental, and the bonus song for this edition is the Korean version of No Love. So I inside all looks the same, except you do have the COMCA sticker to signify this is a Korean edition. There on the OB strip. And I believe the photo book is basically the same. Except they added this page for the Korean lyrics for No Love. Then next he had his second Japanese mini album in Japan. This is what the box looks like. And I do still have the plastic on these. So this is the normal edition. Oh, just remove that. Here's the OB strip. Front and back, and this is again has the same format. So you have 5 songs, and then the instrumental to the title track. Here is the CD, which is in this chocolate color. And the photo slash lyrics book. And here is the version B, the OB strip, and the 8-song track list. And the CD looks the same as a regular edition, it's just we have a longer track list here. And then for the limited version A, and the OB strip. And the DVD is a little bit shorter this time, with not as many offshoot videos. And we have the same sort of CD design, and the DVD is white. So there are a lot more variety concerning the pictures for Love Letter compared to Love and Hate. So for the Bare Brick edition, they also came out with what was called Valentine's Day edition, which was basically just the bare brick with an extra postcard inside of this box here. My box got a little bit damaged, as you see here, when I moved last year. And for the Bare Brick edition, we have the same sort of packaging as before, in that you get the limited version A CD, so the CD DVD version, and then a Bare Brick. Now for his official Korean debut album, we have his Mr. No Heart album. I do have a promo copy, which is why it's signed, and the COMCA sticker is going to look a little different because it signifies it's a promo edition. But here is what this looks like. So we have a lot of shots, basically of what was in his music videos, as well as some different outfits. Like, I don't think he wore that specific outfit in his music video. So I could just be misremembering. And then some shots of his Young Forever music video. And we have all of the lyrics and credits here. In the back. And this did come with photo cards. I forgot to mention for the other Korean release of Love and Hate, those did come with lyric cards. So that was also something that set it apart from the Japanese edition. Now back to his Japanese releases, we have No Shadow. So that came out right after it's Mr. No Heart album. So here is the regular edition. So here on the track list we do have a few Japanese versions of the songs that were included on Mr. No Heart, and we also have the instrumental track of No Shadow. Here's the CD. I did get this used, so that's why you're not seeing the OB strips. Here we have the limited version B with the 8 tracks. And the CD has basically the same design as the other one. We just have, of course, the longer track list there. And the thicker photo book. Then here we have the limited version A, so the CD DVD version. So this does come with the OB strip still, and the CD looks the same as the other editions. And so does the DVD. And lastly, we have the Bare Brick edition, which contains the version A CD and this Bare Brick. Then right after No Shadows came out, they had this special album by, it's so 773 1 by 300. You could say it in a cuter way. I can't say it correctly. But this special album, which has 8 tracks on it, so it has a lot of Korean versions of a bunch of songs that were on his Japanese albums and some remixes too. So this is definitely an album I recommend if you haven't listened to Junho's music before. It's a good place to start. So you kind of get a taste of multiple styles that he does. And you see that a lot of the same images were kind of recycled from his No Shadow and Mr. No Heart albums, as well as Love Letter. And then back here, a lot of the Love and Hate photo shoot. And they also came out with a Japanese edition of this, I think for a fan meeting. So basically, it's the same track list as before, except the bonus song on here is you get Your Wedding in Japanese. Everything else is in Korean. For the photo book, it is shorter than the other one, but I think the images are similar. And they also come out, and they also inserted the Japanese lyrics to the bonus track, Your Wedding in Japanese. And then, of course, they had a limited edition too. It comes with the same CD as well as a DVD. And the DVDs, which I haven't mentioned yet, on all the Japanese albums are Region 2. So you have to have a compatible device to watch them. And you have one disc here, and then the other disc on the side of this jewel case. Here's the Japanese lyrics to Your Wedding in Japanese. And I want to say the photo book is the same. Maybe slightly different, but yeah, it looks like it's the same. So all you're really getting from this edition is that bonus DVD, which just has music videos of No Love, Love Letter, No Shadow, and Your Wedding Japanese version. Next up we have My 20s, which is his second Korean mini album. So it comes in this box package that opens like so. You have the CD in here. It came with photo cards and postcards and whatnot. I have this CD plate, and I'll show you in a second what the other CD plate looks like. But here is the photo book. I did a whole, I think, unboxing for this particular album on my channel years ago. And here is the other CD plate you could get. Now for No Time, I do not have the box set yet. I only have the version B CD. I was waiting to find a discounted box set because they are pretty pricey when you buy them brand new, and this didn't come with photo cards because there wasn't an event. So I thought it was best to be frugal. And something they started doing around this time was to include fan club editions of these solo albums. So this is his fan club edition. So it comes with the base kind of 5 tracks that you usually get on the regular album. And then on the second disc, they have a special live CD with particular audio versions of his live performances at some of his solo concerts. So this was very worth buying this edition for. So you have both the discs here in this tray, and then for the photo book, you do have a pop-up, which is kind of cool. Here, I have the OP strip stored in there. So the photo book flips vertically, but it'd be easier to hold it this way. And now we have his latest Korean album. So I did do an unboxing for this not too long ago. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through. It just looks like. And he does have a new album coming out in Japan. His postponed album, This Is Not a Song, so that's coming out this March, which is exciting. And he's gonna start doing the LP-sized fan club editions, which is also cool. And as a bonus, I'm going to also show some albums where the members have a song or some type of collaboration feature. So for Junho, he was on this particular OST that I'm blanking on the name right now. He doesn't have like a photo in the photo book or anything, but he is on the second track here for this K-drama. Now for Khun's debut album, we have his Me solo release in Japan. Again, I don't have the box set for this yet. Something that I would like to get soon. This is the limited version B, so the extended CD version. And because all the songs are basically in English, they provided some Japanese translations for the songs. So I don't have the box set, but I do have his fan club LP-sized CD version. So that's what this looks like. It's also special to note about this edition is that we also get the acoustic version of Let It Rain. Here's a CD. All the lyrics cards. Thanks to, which he does write a bit in English. Credits, and then all of the Japanese translations to his songs. And he also followed up that Japanese mini album with the Korean release. The only difference really is that track 6, Umbrella, before it was sort of, I guess, the Japanese version because there's a few Japanese words in there. And you get the full English version, as well as track 9, you get the bonus Umbrella Korean version. And I've also done an unboxing of this edition, I believe, on my channel as well. But just to do a quick flip through. What this looks like. There's also a Taiwanese press, so much a thinner version of the album. So here you get the bonus track is the Chinese or the Mandarin version of Umbrella. Here's the CD. This also came with different photo cards than all the Japanese or the Korean version. And then they also have the Chinese translation to the songs. And then lastly for me, this is the Thailand press. So here you get the Thai version of Umbrella. And it also comes in this pretty snug package. So inside that slipcase is the photo book, as well as a jewel case. Looks like this. And there's no pictures in here, but I'll show you what. On the inside, it's just staff credits. Again, photos are kind of just reused from the Korean and Taiwanese version. For his second Japanese mini album, we have Story of, and this is when they started doing the packaging a little bit differently. So you still get box sets, but instead of 3 versions, they just condensed it to 2 different official versions. With the normal edition, this just comes with 5 songs here, and they got rid of the bonus instrumental song on the regular CD. And inside, and also the photo cards didn't change either, so you still get, in all the Japanese versions, there are 5 different photo cards you could get, or the high touch ticket for all these releases. It's just that Junkei's No Time album didn't come with any photo card or high touch inclusions. With the limited edition, this is the CD DVD version, and here we have 6 tracks. So there's 1 bonus track, and then on the DVD is sort of just like a special making log, which is quite nice. He does speak a lot of English actually in that DVD, and you get some insight into just the album making process, which I thought was interesting. And this is a larger photo book, so it's comparable to the limited version B's that their previous packaging had. You see a lot more photos. Sorry, my flipping's kind of sporadic. And then all the lyrics here at the end. Thanks to, and credits. Also, because most of the songs here, again, are mostly in English, he does provide some Japanese translations. And Story of also came with a fan club edition, so this is the LP-sized version. And the bonus track this time is You, the Japanese version. Is the CD. All the lyrics, photos, with the stay in concept. And lastly, I wanted to share this Magic School OST. So I don't believe Kun actually sung in this, but I do like collecting OST albums for the members' acting projects. So just a quick flip through of what this looks like. Alright, so TAECYEON is next, and we have his box set for Winter Hitori. And this is different than all the other box sets in that it's more hardcover. And all of his albums are kind of a hardcover too, just with the exception of the regular edition, which is a jewel case. So starting with the regular edition. This is a full-length album and not a mini album, so we do have 10 tracks here. And the lyrics book doesn't really have any photos in this edition, but there are a few. Now the limited version B, extended CD version, has all the base, I guess, 10 tracks here, and then we have 3 bonus songs. And this is, again, a nice hardcover slipcase. And we got a photo book, and then this little digipack contains the CD. More photos this time. And finally, the limited version A, the CD DVD version. And we have the 10 tracks on the CD. And then the DVD disc just has the music video and making for Winter Hitori, and this is the same sort of slipcase that was on version B. And then the digipack tray, which is the CD and DVD. And then the photo book is a bit thinner. So there is no fan club version for that. It was released right before they started all the fan club editions. But he did have solo fan meetings that had gift CDs. So I do have some of his OKCAT fan meeting CDs. So they usually just came with like a cute Christmas song. This is the fan meeting, or this is from the fan meeting from 2014, I believe. CD. Oh, sorry. That was probably from 2013. This one's 2014 because it says 14 on there. And this one I did get signed. And it does come, and it's a little fragile. It has this sort of Velcro opening. I have to be careful with. And the CD comes out like a present. So that's what the CD looks like. So you have him and his characters there. And this just contains the new song for that year. And then 2015, this one's also signed. Has this song on it, and this is what the disc looks like. And then for the 2016 event, it came in a special envelope. Mine got a little crushed. But it came with a signed photo book. You could actually get the same photo book after the event. It just doesn't come with the CD or this folder, and it's not signed. What the photo book looks like. And then the back here is the CD, and it also came with a lyrics sheet. So this actually contains I believe all the songs that were on the previous event CDs, plus a few extras, including some songs that were featured on his Winter Hitori album. So those were kind of like a sneak peek into those. tracks that I believe he performed during his fan meetings. And most recently, for the 2019 Christmas with OKCAT, there was a USB. So this came with 2 new songs that he performed at the fan meeting that haven't been officially released. So it just came in this box, and there was some video footage too of him sort of, I guess, producing those songs. And TAECYEON has been in a lot of acting projects, so I have a lot of OSTs that I've collected because of him. So I have this one when he was in the Cinderella Sisters, or whatever that drama was called. He didn't sing on this, but he's in the photo book, which I'll flip through quickly. And this is the Korean edition. I believe they came out with a Japanese edition of a soundtrack, but it's in a jewel case. And we have Dream High, which him and WOOYOUNG are in, though I would say TAECYEON probably had a more major role. And he is on this OST, My Valentine with NICHKHUN, and Junho also has his song on here. I'll flip it this way so it's easier. But yeah, this is cute because all the cast members wrote the lyrics in their own handwriting. So you can see like Junho's handwriting for his song. Here's TAECYEON's handwriting for My Valentine, as well as NICHKHUN. Yeah, so this is the Korean edition of the OST. You can see the comp code there. And then I also have the Japanese edition. This is the limited edition. The regular edition just came in the CD case, which I don't have. This also comes with a bonus DVD disc of, I guess, the performances of these songs. And this photo book is basically the same as what I just shared. It's just detached. And it has a few more pictures at the end here. Now we have Marriage Blue CD, which he actually worked on this opening song for this. He didn't sing in it, but I believe he has lyric credits, at least. And of course he was in this movie too. And for Let's Fight Ghost OST, I have the Korean edition, which he didn't sing in this either, but he was the male lead, so his photos are in here, naturally. And then we have this drama last but not least. So this is 2 CDs. It came with a postcard set, and that's what the 2 CDs look like. And then here's the rest of the postcard set. That's not on my binders. And just a quick flip through. Alright, so we're now on to WOOYOUNG, who was the first TPM member to actually have a mini album release. And that album was his 23 male single mini album in Korea. So this is the album with Sexy Lady as the title track. And we have this rather awkward tray package. That's very easily squished, unfortunately. But let me take out the contents. This is the CD. And the lyrics book. And then the photo book. The first press also came with photo cards, or 1 photo card per version. And and that was tied to an event, so I don't believe those are in the reprints of these albums, and I'm not sure if they were actually in all the first press albums either. But Wooyoung, his blonde hair. And there's also the gold edition, so the other one was referred to as the silver edition. And just you can see, they're not the same size, which is kind of strange. CD. I got mine used, which is I think why there's not a lyrics booklet. And this photo shoot. Oh, never mind. Here's the lyrics book. So I just stuck it in there. And this album's also special because Junho wrote him a song too called, whatever it is. Here it is, Be With You. And Junho also featured on this track, DJ Got Me Going Crazy. Now for Japan, Wooyoung is also the only 2PM member to have released a Japanese single. And this is the box set, so you see it is taller than all the other box sets I shared before. And that's because the single came with the regular jewel case edition, and then the limited editions came in this more tray sort of packaging that's similar to 2PM's Japanese single albums they release as a group. So to look at the regular edition, you see here that we have 3 songs, and then all 3 songs also have instrumentals, which is a little bit different. CD, the OP strip, and the photo book is pretty short and sweet. As you see here, we just have a photo there. That's about it. What's also different about version B here is that it's not an extended CD, it's actually a CD DVD. So we have the same tracks on the CD, and then here we have the music video for Happy Birthday and Rose Making. So version B, you just have the lyrics page, and then I think there's just a few photos back here. So here and here. So not as thick as the usual limited version B albums they have. And version A is also a CD DVD edition, and we have the same CD, so all 3 songs and 3 instrumentals. And disc 2 has the music video for Rose, so the original and the performance version. And so the tray looks like. And here we do have a little bit of a photo book. Get it, there you go. So we have photos here and here. And similar to Junho's debut in Japan, Wooyoung's debut in Japan also came out with a Korean edition. Mine is signed from M-Wave. And here we actually have more tracks than the Japanese editions. So the first 3 songs are the same as the Japanese editions, and they also included the Korean versions of Rose and Happy Birthday, and then the 3 instrumentals for those songs. Here's the OB with the Korean Comica sticker, and here we have a stapled photo book. So more like the standard regular editions. And some more pictures. And these did come with lyric cards, just like the Junho edition did. And all the Rose singles also came with their own Japanese photo cards that I didn't mention before. And here we have a start, I believe, of the LP-sized editions. So this is actually not a vinyl LP like we'll see later, but a CD, just like the fan club editions of Khun's albums. And something special to note is that we actually have an extra fourth song here, so, Know Your Shirts, which is arguably my favorite from the single album. So we have the CD and all the lyric photos. And because this is a single album, we have pictures on some of the double sides. Next we have Party Shots, his first mini album in Japan, and we're back to the typical 2PM solo album packaging in the Sony Music box. So this is the regular edition with 5 tracks and instrumental to Party Shots. CD, OP strip. And photos. This is just definitely the most wild of all the 2PM releases we've had so far, which is very, I think, signature WOOYOUNG. And the extended CD version B. Yeah, I think on first listen, a lot of people didn't know what to make of this album, but yeah, I think this album is definitely a grower. I think a lot of people didn't know what to make of this when it first came out, but I found the songs to be rather addicting after a while, especially after seeing them perform live. And then version A. So the CD and DVD version, and we just have different music videos of Party Shots and makings and a special interview. And there, the CD and DVD. B strip. And here we have the LP version, and this is an actual vinyl LP, which is very fitting because we know that WOOYOUNG loves his LPs. I'm glad he was able to release this in that format. So this is the actual LP here. Then the lyric photos. And then his last album that he released in Japan is Mada Boku Wa. And this is the box set. Again with all 3 of the usual formats. This is the regular CD only version. That's the OB. And I feel like I've mentioned this multiple times on this channel, but this is by far my favorite WOOYOUNG release. And I'm excited to see what else he comes out with in Japan. And version B with the 8 tracks. different photos here. It's nice. His music video. And now for the version A, and the DVD has different music video versions and the making for Mada Boku Wa with the CD and DVD. B. Now they released different editions of this album, this first being the fan club edition, and I believe this is the first of the solo fan club editions. So what's special about this is you do get 6 songs. So you have the base 5, and then you have the live version of Nami, which he sung during his Party Shots tour earlier that year when this was released. And then there's a special kind of movie and interview of him showing how he made the LP edition, which I'll show after. So CD and DVD. And I believe none of the fan club editions came with photo cards. I always get mine through someone else, and I think that's usually how these go. Lastly, we have the LP edition. So he released this right before the finale tour, I believe, for Mada Boku Wa. The contents, including the LP record. And for the photos. And what's nice about this vinyl LP is that we do get all 8 songs this time. I didn't mention for Party Shots, I believe they just took, I think 5 songs and not the extended CD edition. So you get to listen to the full album on both sides of the LP, including my favorite, which is WOOYOUNG's version of Milky Way Galaxy. Now the last album we have for WOOYOUNG is his Bye album. So this was his Korean mini album that we released right before he entered his military service. And this has a nice thick photo book with shots taken from his home. So I've done a full unboxing of this, so I'll just flip through this quickly. And then there are also 3 different CD plates. So this is one of them. This is another one. And then this is the last one. And there are also random photo cards, lenticular cards, and postcards in this release as well. We're now on to Junho's solo albums, which he by far has the most solo releases. So I'll try to speed through this quickly, but this is the box set for his debut album, and again we're kind of met with pretty unique packaging as far as 2PM solos go. So we have these nice kind of soft covers instead of jewel cases, and I've kept the plastic on these because they are resealable, so mine's a little worn. This is the regular edition, and we have 5 songs and an instrumental, and this packaging opens like so. So you have the CD in a sleeve like this, and then the lyric book with some photos. And Junho is also the first member to release a solo in Japan. And so this was back in 2013. Next is the limited B version. So this is the extended CD edition. So looking at the track list here, we have Heartbreaker, I'm in Love, the Japanese version, which is a solo he released on their Korean Grown album, and the live version of Say Yes from the Legend of 2PM Tokyo Jump Tour. So open this guy up. Can have the CD and fan club stuff and the book. So for some reason, this version B album is not on Spotify, but all the other version B albums are for Junho and the other members. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're going to listen to this, you have to unfortunately buy the physical. Now the limited A version with the CD, DVD, and the DVD has different music videos of Kimi and the I Love You music video. CD and DVD. And I think these are the same photos as the regular edition. Next is his Feel mini album. And we're back to jewel cases. So this is the regular CD edition. And the CD, OB strip, and version B. Tracks, CD, lots of yellow, which is, many of you know, Junho's color. And then version A, the CD, DVD. So we have two different Feel music videos, the making and also the Hey You music video. And CD, DVD, I mangled OB strip. And we also get an LP size CD for Junho, so this is his first of many for Feel. Fan club stuff on the CD mount. All the lyric photos. And just like with Junke and WOOYOUNG, we have the Korean edition of Feel. And here we have 5 Japanese tracks and then these different Korean editions of some of his songs, as well as the instrumental. B. Unfortunately, mine's not signed from M-Wave. They did exist, but I haven't found any for reasonable prices, especially now. One day I'd like to complete my little trifecta of signed Korean jewel cases, but I don't think that day will come anytime soon. Now we're on to his third Japanese mini album, So Good. And the packaging for these are slightly different because the jewel cases come with slip cases. So here is the normal edition with the OP strip, the CD, the lyrics and photo book. And then this is the limited version B, and they came in resealable bags with the track list there. And then this is a little slip case to go with the jewel case. There's no OB here because of the resealable bag. And I meant to do running commentary when I was unboxing all these for you guys. But this is his third Japanese mini, and he always releases his mini albums in the summer. There is an exception to that, but that's why he got one of his nicknames because of his summer releases in Japan. Now for the version A, we have the same sort of setup. And then this again has the CD, DVD. The DVD has different music videos in making. CD and DVD. And the interior. And now we have the LP-sized version, which this is probably the fan favorite for obvious reasons. I get 5 tracks off of here. So the CD. And I believe he shot this music video in Hawaii. Two of the members have shot various projects in Hawaii so far. And here we have his one album. So this is the collection of songs that he released in Korea, and this also happens to be my first Junho solo album that I've collected, and I got the M-Wave signed copy, which I'm very happy I did that years ago. And so you have a mix here of all of his previously released Japanese songs, but the Korean editions that I'm guessing he originally wrote in Korean because he writes all the songs. So it's a very nice collection. And if you haven't listened to Junho's solo music, a good place to start. This also came with random photo cards, I think from 2. It's very tame by today's standards. And here we have a very cracked jewel case that I need to replace. This is sadly one of the casualties that happened during my move. But this is the same exact album I just showed, the same track list of the Korean versions of these songs. And there's a bonus song here, Nobody Else. So that's the song Junho wrote on 2PM Summer 5 album and his solo version of it in Korean. And I actually bought this in Japan, which is kind of sad which is kind of why I'm sad that the jewel case is totally destroyed. But thankfully this is one of the more easier to replace things. And I believe we should get similar photos, but probably fewer. Or actually, it looks like it's the same, just with the glossy paper here instead of the matte finish we had in the Korean edition. Now we're on to DSMN, which I think is still my favorite Junho solo release. At this point, it's hard to choose favorites. So here we have the normal edition. COB. And we have the limited version B, the extended CD edition with my favorite song, Insomnia, as the last track. And there's the OP strip. Here is the photo book. And what's also worth noting is that this is the album that has the ridiculous number of photo cards. So as I mentioned before, 2PM Japanese solo releases all come with 6 cards, so 5 photo cards with pictures of the member, and 1 high touch card. This release came with 20 picture cards and then a high touch card, so they definitely went overboard, and I'm glad I set it back to just a standard 6 card. And for the CD DVD version, we have a lot of different music videos and jacket making, as well as the recording making of Hyper, which is the song Junho has featuring Junkei. For the LP sized, there's an extra song on here, so track 6. I'm forgetting what the English translation to that is, but it's a nice ballad. So here's the CD. I'm pretty sure some of the photo cards are actually the same images as what we're seeing here on these cards. Except maybe for some of these underwater shots. Now we have ice cream in the box with 3 different versions. This is the normal edition, and I just love the color choices they did with this release. It's very bright and fun. And the limited version B. the thicker photo book. And the other thing to note, I guess, with this release is during his concert tour, all the different venues that he made stops at had exclusive jacket cards, so you can change out the cover of these jewel cases if you wanted to. So there are 10 different versions of those. And the limited version A with music videos for Ice Cream and the making of this album. And here is the LP-sized version, which was released, I think, a month after the initial release of this album. And why it was a little bit delayed is because, in addition to having the CD, there's also 2 different DVD discs of his special encore concert, Last Hyper Night. And I just wanted to note on this cover of that, he has 3 of his cats there in his heart. And, especially regarding the song Fine, it's very sentimental. Junho's love for his cats, especially Lampa, who died earlier that year. I thought it was a nice touch to put that on the cover of this version. And we have the CD discs and DVD discs. And again with his cats. Now we have his first Korean mini album, Canvas, and this was considered his debut in Korea, so it wasn't really promoted, sadly. There were 2 different CD plates. This is one of them. And to flip through the photo book quickly, I do have a full unboxing of this edition. I posted years ago on my channel, but this nice kind of sunset and night scene photo shoot. And this is the other CD plate. Next we have Winter Sleep, which is his weird winter album, because all of his other Japanese releases have been annual during the summertime. So in 2018, they promoted this on the winter tour. This is the regular edition. And the photos in this album are more artsy, so they kind of have like a hand-painted sort of feel to them, or effect. The limited B version is at the extended CD. So we'll see more of that sort of painterly effect of photos here. In the next edition, version A, they have the behind the scenes of the photo shoot. So you just see him like in this kind of white screen, or is it kind of that room where they just took photos of him and then, I guess on the computer, made all these digital painting kind of effects. and the limited version A, CD, DVD. All with slightly different photos, which is appreciated. And there's also a fan club edition for this. They call this actually the birthday edition because this was released on his birthday. And it comes with the live track. So well, it comes with the 5 bass tracks, and then the 6th track is the Fine live version, which he sang at his 2017 SS concert. And then the DVD has the Canvas music video and Fine music video. And the LP version was also released after the initial release of the album. And what's special about this is it came with a lenticular cover this time. Can't really pick it up here, but yeah, okay, there you go. This is the CD. Now we're on Souzou. So this is his box set. What is the 3 different editions? Starting with the normal edition. And next to DSMN. This is probably my favorite Junho album, and it does carry a bit of sentimental reasons for me too, because this was the era that I got to go to one of his live shows. And version B, the extended CD. And this version also has 1 track that he has yet to perform live, so hopefully that will be corrected once he's back. And finally, the limited version A, and the DVD has different music videos and the making video for this album. The CD and DVD. Movie strip. And 2018, when this album was released, was when they started doing these LP-sized editions for the fan club. And on this edition, you get a bonus track, so you get Souzou, the night version. So the instrumental in the mix is a little different. CD. All the nice LP-sized pictures and lyrics. And they also included this jacket, which is a summary of all of his solo releases up to Souzou. And later that winter, they released Junho the Best. And this is when they started changing up the packaging for the box sets. So we just have the regular edition and the limited CD DVD edition. So on the regular edition, the track list is just a selection of his different solo songs. So there's no new song on here. There's a nice bright yellow CD. It'll be and this is just all lyrics, as you can see here, with no additional photos. And for the limited CD DVD version, you have just kind of, and again, another summary of all of his solo releases with various album arts. And here we have the same track list for the CD, and on the DVD we have his different music videos. And so one of the new things that's on the DVD is the music video for Ride Up, which was shown during his concert for Souzou. And we also get the instrumental for Insane, which was shown during the Was It So Good concert. So again, same CD. That's what the DVD looks like. LP strip. And here there are a few more photos, but again, it's mostly just lyrics. And similar photos to what were on the photo cards that came with this album. And then this LP-sized edition is the fan club version. And the CD has all the same tracks as the other two versions. And on the DVD we have some making movies, which were never disclosed before. So we have discs. And all the photos with the lyrics on the back. And mine seem to all be there. I think these are all kind of let's see. I think these are all out of order. Yeah, so we're going backwards, but that's okay. I don't know how they got so jumbled. Probably from my last unboxing. And then finally we have two, which is the second collection that he released in Korea. So these are Korean versions of songs he previously released in Japan. And there's also a bonus disc. So you have the CD here, and then behind this is a DVD with the Korean music video for Souzou. And the This did come with a set of photo cards and random, they were called It Pics, which were just sort of jacket-sized pictures. Now I'll get into some additional albums with Junho songs on them. I'm starting with this covers collection. So there is one Junho song. He did a cover of Signs of Love. This is a Japanese album. And I want to say there are two different versions. This is just a jewel case version. I believe there's one with a slip case, but I'm not positive. I'll just flip through this quickly. See Junho's page. There he is. And now just for various drama and movie OSTs. Start with this Ti Amo Chocolate, which has a Junho song on it. He did this is a Taiwanese drama, and you can see the first track. It's one he did a feature on. And this, what's in this cute box? If I could open it. Yeah, it opens this way. And everything inside just looks like a box of chocolates. So you have a ton of wasted space. But there's no picture of Junho in here, but I will just flip through this quickly. And then the CD is stored inside that photo book. Next, I have this promo CD for the 20 OST. You could actually get this OST from the Japanese limited edition, but this was a promo they, I guess, had available in Korea. So there's, of course, Junho was in this movie, and then he's on the second track here. And I also have the Chief Kim OST, which doesn't have a song by Junho, but he was in this drama. And I also have the OST for Just Between Lovers, which has one of my favorite Junho songs on here, True Love. And this is, I've talked about this drama many times, but this is one of my favorite Korean dramas of all time. And I've done a flip through of this before, but let's just share all pictures again. Sorry for the awkwardness. It's attached to the digipack, and I don't want it to break off. And lastly, I have his Confession OST, which again, he's not on either of these discs, but he was the male lead. There is another OST with a song that he and TAECYEON did. I'll show that when I share CHANSUNG's albums, because that was a drama that CHANSUNG was in. And also for Junho's first Korean drama, Memory, there was an OST for that, but I unfortunately don't have that. And CHANSUNG has one solo album so far. in Japan called Complex. I unfortunately don't have his box set yet. It's something I've been looking for. This is the version B, so the extended CD edition. And this is one of my favorite 2 PM solo releases, which they recently added to Spotify, if you haven't listened to it yet. And I also have the fan club edition. So this is before they started doing the fan club editions with LPs. But the extra song on here is his version of Shining Star, which was a 2 PM song on their Galaxy of 2 PM album that CHANSUNG wrote. And now this is the Smoke musical OST soundtrack. And there are 2 different discs here. And there are various tracks with CHANSUNG singing in it. This is the only musical OST I've been able to find so far. I want to say there was one made for Interview, but I'm not positive if that was the Korean, or I'm not really positive if that actually exists or not. But there are a few pictures of CHANSUNG in here on the day that he performed. And CHANSUNG's been involved in a lot of movies and dramas, including The Seventh Civil Servant, and this is the OST I mentioned earlier that Junho and TAECYEON had a track on. I believe it's the first track here. But there's some pictures of CHANSUNG, like in the collage here. I also have the soundtrack for a movie he was in, or that he was the main lead in this Japanese movie, and he also has a track here on track 10, which is a nice ballad, and it also comes with a DVD. And then lastly, I have the OST for What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, which CHANSUNG was a supporting role in. So this is where the CD is. So there's actually only one picture of CHANSUNG on this. It's like the photo book. So I'll just flip to it. There he is. Oh, with his love interest. And then, yeah, the other disc in the back here. So those are all of my albums for my solo PM collection. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And when I go to edit this, hopefully it's not too terribly long. But my collection is not fully complete. I'm missing a few things here and there, and I'm sure this will continue to expand over the years as the members become more active after their long military hiatus. And for the last and final part of this collection series, I'll share all of my group albums with you guys. I'm not really sure when I'll be able to sit down and film all those for you guys, but hopefully that should come out within the next month or so. As long as it's before their group comeback this year. I guess that's my goal. If you have any questions about any of the albums I shared, let me know down in the comments below. And until my next video, bye guys.